quite literally what happened in Mexico.
Jackie was pretty open early on about her sex life, I suppose, or your he was like asking everyone if they had sex, and then that seemed to be a point of contention in your relationship, or how much. And she seemed to at least attempt to try to emasculate you or make some comments. What was that like for you? What was going on in your head? Because you're being called out by this woman who at the time you love, and it sounds like you were trying to just build this connection kind of from a 360 point of view, emotional, physical, intimate, things like that.
Yeah.
What kind of conversations did you two have about sex and your sex life, and how did you try to get on the same page as her when she was bringing up some of these issues?
Yeah.
Now, before he answers this, listen, if you want to know what he says, listen, make sure you watch the end to watch to the end of this video. But this is a great interview. I've only watched part of it. So I watched this section, maybe about 10 minutes long. But it was really great conversation as well that they have. But what he does end up saying in the midst of this is he addresses the comments about the aggressive, not being aggressive enough. And so I wanted to deal with that first. We're gonna have a live where we're gonna break it all the way down tomorrow. We're gonna break that down for you guys, and do that around about I think 9 o'clock EST, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock EST. Sorry, 10 o'clock EST. Tomorrow. But this is a great conversation, and the reason why is because he starts addressing the comment about aggressive. It's kind of funny because there's a twist in it. So the aggressive comment is about something specific, and something that we didn't really fully understand. So you make sure you pay attention and get the full download of this. But if you're new to the channel, massive favor, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notifications of the uploads. We appreciate you guys as well. Make sure you click on that bell button as well, right? The black one, because we want to be able to, get you notified for all the uploads and when we go live as well. All right, so don't miss that notification thing. You're gonna miss out. Okay, but yeah, so let's get into this. Let's get into this conversation as well. So I'll put this on the screen so you guys can see. Tomorrow 8 a.m. EST will go on this as well. We've got American date time as well for you guys. All right, cool. Let's play a little more.
Sorry, Mom, I'm a freak.
Okay,
we had a lot of conversations about it, and we explored that in Mexico. We explored that when we left Mexico. And it was, and you can see it in that conversation when she says, we don't have sex, bro. I'm like, that's on me? That's on me?
Yeah.
Because she was dealing with a feminine issue and I was waiting for her to heal.
So feminine issue, is that the monthly thing? Is that a period? Is that what he means? The feminine issue? Or does he mean that the quote unquote, the rumors that have been going around about the herpes thing? Because, that's the rumors we've been hearing. Is he meaning, I'm guessing he means a feminine issue. And I'm assuming he means time of the month. I'm going to take that version instead.
That's it. And that was really wild for her to bring that up and try to make it seem like I'm not crushing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very comfortable with myself.
So he's saying that basically what happened in a conversation between them two in that episode, where she talks about they're not having sex right now, that wasn't the truth, right? He's basically saying that that's not what happened. Apparently he said he was crushing it. Again, it was not very clear. Did you guys have sex before in Mexico? I'm guessing that's what you meant by we explored it. It's not very clear, but I guess that's what you mean when you say explored it. You guys had some time in Mexico. You did what you did. You woo. And you're saying that you're crushing it. You're giving the pipe game 100. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I ain't even mad at it. You know what I'm saying? If you say you're crushing it, right? But so this aggressive comment is going to be not about the relationship or how he acts in a relationship, but something else.
Her bringing up certain emasculating things, it like sticks and stones, bro. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't affect me. You're trying to jab me, and it's not. I'm sorry, it's not working because I know the type of man that I am.
Yeah.
I love the type of man that I am, and you can never take that from me.
Why do you think she did that?
Only she knows.
Well, so then if sticks and stones don't break my bones, sticks and stones break my bones, but words never hurt me. Then why did you go away for 2 days? You know what I mean? Like why were you running away to your house for 2 or 3 days? Because clearly she wasn't beating you up. So She wasn't throwing no rocks at you. So why did you need to escape? If you're saying words don't hurt you, bro, it's okay to admit that words do hurt, because they do. They freaking do.
If you
Only
had to
she
guess,
knows,
why
man.
do you think she was trying to hurt you that way?
Hurt people hurt people.
That's very true.
Point blank period.
Yeah.
Could you talk us through the timeline of the kind of fight that you had, where at one point you'd left to take some space, and then when you came back, she was packing up, and just
Yeah.
kind of like that back and forth? It seemed like there were
Yeah.
many different moments.
Yeah. There was one night where, everything was great. We were going to bed, having a good time. We were joking, laughing, whatever. And then
Yeah.
I'm getting into bed, and she says to me, well, I threw you under the bus in one of my interviews.
What? So they were laying in bed, and then she comes out and says, I threw you underneath the bus in my interview. Now, the reason why I'm pausing at this point, because I'm getting this energy and this tingle, this feeling, because it's very similar to the Josh situation. I said I did a video on Josh, and you're going to see it come out in a few moments earlier. You should have come out actually already, but you'll see that Josh came out and defended Jackie, saying he needs to be accountable for him causing the issue between Jackie and Marshall. And I'm like, you can hold yourself accountable for what you're saying, but you don't hold yourself accountable for Jackie's behavior. Jackie did what Jackie did. But it's like he's almost, and again, so Jackie has a habit. I feel like Jackie has a habit of throwing people into the bus, man, and then people covering for her, right? Because this is what she's about to ask him to do.
I said, oh, okay, what'd you say?
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, what'd you say? And she told me that that there were some behaviors that needed to change, and that I needed to be more aggressive. And then she kind of just like asked me to just go in the next day and say on camera, I'm going to fix this and we're going to move forward. Like, she asked me to roll over. And
what I say about Jackie being manipulative, I told you about this Jackie being manipulative, and that she's doing the exact same thing to Josh. Josh is caught in the spider's web. Josh ain't no better than Marshall, man. I said that Josh is caught in that spider's web. When he came out and did his accountability video, I said, bro, it sounds like you caught up in this web too, bro. It sounds like you've been caught up in this web of Jackie. She got you as well. She's easily manipulated you to try and cover her as well. So now we're in a situation where Marshall is being told, basically, cover for me, Marshall, cover for me. And, go in there and just say, I'm going to fix it. But you see how it works? Because she knows if he just goes in there and says, I'm going to fix it, it's going to link to what she said.
And
she asked you, she basically said, hey, I threw you under the bus.
wild.
I said that you need to be more aggressive in bed. And then she basically asked you to own that.
And you know what's wild is that she didn't even say aggressive in bed. She said that the day after, she tried to clarify that she meant that she was trying to tell me to be more aggressive in bed. I thought she was telling me to be more aggressive as a man.
Oh, okay.
And that's why.
So again, a failure to communicate here. The real issue is be aggressive in bed, not as a man. So you want him to be more aggressive in bed? Why are we not just saying that? Why are we not being very clear cut? Right? Because that's a big difference. Now, you know how I am in the bedroom. Okay, you don't know how I am, but I'm just saying, in the bedroom, there's a certain level of aggression that sometimes a little bit triggering for me, because I've seen what I've experienced certain things. So certain things I'm like, gotta be very careful of that. And in our modern day and age, things can go wrong, and I don't like them things. But sometimes a little bit of aggression, you're gonna need it. You might need a little choke. You know what I'm saying? You might need a little choke. You might need a little forceful hand on the back. Okay, you might need a little something, a little stuff on the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might need some of that aggression, but you got to communicate that to me. Don't throw aggressive out there, and then it's not really actually talking about what you actually mean. Now we're in a spiral of things, and we don't really know what it is that you actually meant.
What does that even, like, what does that mean?
I don't know. And so that's why I say that she didn't think of me as a man, because in that moment, those couple of nights prior, and I'll get to how long I left, but those couple of nights prior, that brought me to my knees. I'd done everything for this woman. I was carrying our relationship. I was cooking, cleaning, working from home, making sure that everything was good when she got back from work. I was washing her fucking clothes. I was folding her shit. I was doing all this stuff, planning the dates, trying to plan the wedding. And her telling me that brought me to my fucking knees.
Yeah.
That was like, I'm holding up the world already, and she's adding more. I'm like, I can't do this. And so I knew that I wanted to be with her, but in that moment, I did not like her. And I just needed to separate and take some time. So I went back to my apartment. I needed to be in a safe space. It's not that I wanted to leave and like escape and run away. No, I just needed some time.
No, I can imagine that. Yeah, you're lying in bed. She drops this on you.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, listen, like I know
It's wild.
it's always used against people going these shows, but like you're told not to be self-aware that there is a TV show, and you're like told that you're not supposed to think about.
So in its deepest reality, you know, the situation with him and Jackie, and I don't want to go too long because I want to keep it nice and short, but the situation between him and Jackie, you know, there's a failure to communicate here too, right? And then for him to go away for 2 or 3 days as well, we'll talk about that when we do our live, but you know, the reality is the reality of the situation is it's problematic, right? It's problematic. And I put the wrong. I just realized I put the wrong time. It is not 8 gonna be. It's not gonna be 8 o'clock in the morning. It's gonna be 10. I just realized that. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Tomorrow morning it's gonna be 10 a.m., not 8 a.m. I apologize, guys. So yeah, no, it's a problem to have that failure of communication because we're not actually really talking, but we're heightened emotionally. And then he goes off for 2 days, or whatever, which. You know, again, I heard that part, and he said, obviously, yes, his line of communication was open, so she could communicate with him at any given time, which is brilliant. But he still went on for 2 days, right? And I'm guessing that also triggered her anxiety, but also gave her a reason as well to leave. Give her the reason to self-sabotage, right? And get out of that relationship and get into a new one. So listen, that madness, listen, it's madness dunya. Listen, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow for this live and breakdown, okay? We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again very soon.